Hi everybody, it's Catherine. My project today is the second for my kit, which is going to be available. It's going to have 5 projects in it, and it will be $30 plus shipping. It usually lands up anywhere from $35 to $40 for that, or including the shipping. Okay, so I'm using the Potions and Spells bundle for my kit, and this project is going to use a Perennial Postage die. Okay, I cut all of the die cuts for you except whatever is in this bundle. Okay, all right, so the box measures 3 3/4 by 2 3/4 by 1, and it opens like this, and inside we have a blow up bat. It has a little hole for a hanger. It's about this wide when you blow it up. Very cute little treat, but you can probably fit another treat in on top of it if you rolled it up, or you could just use this for candy treats. All right, so we need a piece of basic black that is 10 by 5.5. 2 pieces. Now this is cardstock from my stash, DSP from my stash, so you could probably still get this, but it was in my stash. Okay, so we need 2 pieces that are 3.5 by 2.5, 2 that are 3.5 by 3/4, and 2 that are 3/4 by 2.5. This is another piece of pattern paper from my stash. You can probably still get this one too somewhere. I cut this with the Perennial Postage dies, and it is about 2 3/4 by 2. Okay, and then I cut this. This is the Old Olive Glimmer Paper. It comes in a 3-pack with white and berry burst, I believe. So this I cut to 2 7/8 by 2 1/8. Okay, and that's going to back up that. I cut 3 bottles from the Potions and Spells dies out of pumpkin pie cardstock. I cut the bottle contents, 1 out of the Old Olive Glimmer Paper, and this is a glimmer paper we had a little while ago, and I will give you pieces of each to cut. I did 2 in the black glimmer. All right, so let me get my Simply Scored. This is my host code. Please put that in for any purchases under $150, not including your shipping and tax. And also, please subscribe and hit the like button. That helps me out. All right, so we're going to start on the 10-inch side. If you would like to get a kit, please send me an email with your PayPal email address and your mailing address. Okay, and I will send you a PayPal invoice. I only have 12 because that's all I could get the supplies for. All right, we're going to start on the 10-inch side. Score at 1/2, 4 1/4, 5 1/4, and 9. Turn it to the 5 1/2-inch side and score at 1, 3 3/4, and 4 3/4. Okay, now I'm going to fold and burnish my score lines. Okay, so how I have this is the 1/2-inch rectangle is over here. There is 1-inch strip here and here, and this one up here is 3/4 inch. And this is what we're going to be doing. All right, so we're going to start over here. Go to the first score line, cut it to the first score line, and wedge up into the 1/2-inch rectangle. Go to the next 2 score lines and cut them to the first score line, and then wedge. Okay, go to that last score line, cut it to the first score line, and wedge both sides. All right, now turn it so the 1/2-inch rectangle is over here, and go to the first score line, cut it to the second score line, take off the rectangle and wedge the square. Go to the next 2 score lines and cut them to the second score line. Cut off the rectangle and wedge the square. Okay, and then we're going to take these 4 pieces off. And I take that score line off with it so it's nice and smooth. And then wedge up into what's left of that 1/2-inch rectangle. All right, now we need a corner rounder. And we're going to round the corners of this top flap here. All right, and we'll get some tear and tape. And I'm going to put it on this 1/2-inch rectangle next to the score line. I'm going to take the backing off. Okay, I'm going to flip it over and then fold them over to attach the sides. Okay, this is our back with the seam here. And then I'm going to close it with liquid glue. All right, now I'm going to attach my DSP. The large pieces go on the front and the back, long sides and short sides. All right, now we'll let that dry and we'll do the rest of our, well, stamping we have to do. So I'm going to get a piece of scrap. And we're using the Happy Halloween stamp from Potions and Spells. And I'm going to just take my shirt and just kind of rub it. That usually helps any static from keeping any extra. All right, so this is a Versamark pad. And I'm just going to put it right at the bottom here. Okay. And then I'm going to take some white embossing powder. And then I'm just going to heat this up with my heat tool. Okay, and then we have our sentiment on there. All right, I have my silicone mat, and we need our 3 bottles. And our 3 pieces of glimmer paper, and I'm just going to attach them. Okay, and we'll let that dry, and while that's drying I'm going to get this attached to the back of our sentiment part. Alright, and then I'm just going to put some dimensionals on the back of our bottles. I'm going to cut some little sides for the tops just so they stay nice. Alright, and then I'll put a regular dimensional on the bottom. Alright, we're going to start with the green, and I'm just going to try to get that centered. Alright. Okay, and we need some ribbon from my stash. And we're using for this 24 inches. And we're going to tie a bow on the left side. You could probably do a little less than 24, probably 22 inches. Alrighty, and we're going to get this to go straight, and then I'm going to put dimensionals on the back of our potion bottles. And we're just going to try to get this in the middle. Okay, and for the final touch, I'm going to use some of those black gems. And we're going to put one of these large ones right on the green bottle. And that's it. Have a great day. I would love it if you would like to subscribe and hit the like button. And if you wanted to purchase any of the supplies from Stampin' Up, that's my host code for anything under $150. All of the links to my blog and my shop are below. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.